Now I can die as a human. After those words leave her smiling lips, she fades away, leaving behind a single white flower. Wait, this wasn't what I wished for. I just wanted more time to be with. What a horrible dream. As I lay sunken deep into my bed, I found myself stroking the flower. At some point in time, doing this became a habit of mine. Because each time I touch the flower, her selfish yet gentle smile floats into my mind. I'll live as a human and die as a human. That's what I decided to do. But, hey, this flower won't ever go away, right? Until the day I die, it'll always be by my. Huh? What's this? One of the petals have turned a little browner. No way. The flower is withering. The day my village was attacked, I ran away and abandoned my family, wishing to only save myself. It was that moment when my power of immortality was born. A cursed power that forces me to live forever in pain. And the only thing that can let me die is this flower. I have no idea why it started withering. I'd always assumed that since she gave her life to make this flower, it would never stop blooming. Maybe the power she poured into the flower is dwindling. If I use it before it completely withers away, I can die. But I'll live as a human and die as a human. That's what I promised you, after all. I heard about a witch who can breathe life into just about anything. She might be the one who can restore the flower. I wasted no time heading towards her house, only to find a girl collapsed on the floor inside. Hey, you okay? She didn't respond to my voice, yet particles of light kept scattering from her fingertips. It's like her power's gone out of control. Guess I've got no other choice. I can't believe you saw me like that. It's so embarrassing. Now, looking a little better from when I found her, the girl let out a weak smile from atop the bed. Thank you for saving me. Are you a witch too? I gave my arm a quick cut. When she saw the wound immediately close up, her smile darkened. You can't die. I am an immortal witch, after all. You know, they say I'm going to die soon. Particles of light were still scattering from her trembling fingertips. It finally dawned on me. Her life essence was the very light spilling out of her. What a pretty light. Huh? A witch's power comes from the heart. Such beautiful light can only be born from a heartfelt wish that's just as beautiful. Unlike mine. I caught the girl gazing at me with eyes full of wonder. Before long, that darkened face of hers was beaming with childlike happiness. You think so too, huh? That's how I met the girl who houses the essence of life in her fingertips. Ubera. Ubera was always inside her house painting pictures. This is a painting of my hometown. It was destroyed some time ago, though. That was when I became a witch. Ubera set down her paintbrush and brought her fingers towards the canvas. A witch's power is born from a wish, right? If that's the case, then Light scattered from Ubera's fingertips, and the dried paint started shining, as if it had been brought to life. Her life essence dwindles away each time she does that, yet she refuses to put the paintbrush down. I see. Ubera's just like the two of us, fallen into despair over a power she never wanted, and looking for a way to be forgiven. Just like how she sacrificed her life to leave me this flower. Ubera is trying to whittle down her life essence to make sure this trace of her hometown remains. I raise my hand to touch the withering flower. Ubera's power gives light to paintings. It's not meant to give this flower life. I'm sure I only have a little time left. I wonder, is there anything I can leave behind? One day, just like any other day, I was visiting Ubera's house. When I found her lying on the bed, her face deathly pale. It looks like this is it for me. The light that had been spilling out of her fingertips was now overflowing from her entire body, rapidly burning through the little life essence she had left. I never got to finish my painting. I reached for my chest and touched the flower. She gave me this flower so I can die. If it can put a stop to my immortality, then it should be able to do the same to Ubera's power. But it's nearly lost all its color, so I'm sure using it now would consume every ounce of its power and make it wither away completely. No, I'm not the kind of person worth saving. Please, let me be. Ubera then weakly shut her eyes in protest. I don't know anything about the despair she had to suffer through. When someone closes off their heart, no amount of kind words will ever reach them. But I do know the type of selfish kindness that can pry that type of heart right open. If you're gonna die anyway, why not give your life over to me? Ubera slowly opens her eyes, then gazes into mine and smiles. If I'm giving it over to you, Fia? Sure. I'm the worst kind of human being out there. As my hometown crumbled before my very eyes, I made a wish. But it had nothing to do with feeling scared or wanting to save everyone. It was, I want to turn this beautiful scene into a painting. So I figured, if this power ended up killing me, I'd be getting just what I deserved. That is, until you said those words to me, Via. What a pretty light. I'd always regretted what I had done, but now, I'm glad I painted on that canvas. Just look at how beautiful it turned out. Once Ubera's power had finally calmed down, she left for a faraway sanatorium to get treated. All that was left in her empty house was one single painting. It was a depiction of a city on the verge of being destroyed. A painting so beautiful, it was terrifying. My hand found its way to the shriveled black flower. This isn't the way you'd hoped things would turn out, huh? But after abandoning my family, I just knew I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I did it again to a friend. And besides, I finally get it now. I want to live just like you did. I want to take the kindness you left me with and save others, like you did for me. To me, that's what it means to live as a human. This flower was the one thing she left me in her final moments. The flower that would have let me die. Now, no matter how gently I stroke it, I can't feel her warmth or gentle smile anymore. But that's okay, because the essence of your heart remains inside me. Thank you, and goodbye. I unsewed the black flower from its place near my heart and quietly set it down on the table. Then, the next day, the once withered flower was blooming even brighter than it ever had. Ah, there you go again, completely ignoring how I feel. Honestly, you really are a selfish person. I take the white flower into my hand, holding it up like how I've always done. The wind doesn't blow, yet it sways back and forth. And for a moment, I catch a faint, yet familiar scent.